The new year is approaching. As I'm recording this, it is New Year's Eve, and this video will most likely be uploaded into the new year, 2025. So I do want to wish everyone a happy New Year's. This year has been crazy. This year has been intense. And I've done some reflecting upon these past couple of days. Just serious, deep reflecting of the entire year, the things I went through, and how me going through those things brought me to where I am now in this moment, and the lessons I learned from each and every challenge, hardship, trial, tribulation, whatever. So that's what this video is about. The lessons that I learned in 2024 that has made me to the person I am now going into 2025. I encourage anyone who is watching this video to, if you do journal, open that journal up, and before you continue on with this video, ask yourself the question, what have I learned this year about myself? You'll be surprised once thinking about the question and answering it, you'll be surprised what gets written down on that piece of paper. I'm telling you, I didn't think twice about the lessons I learned about this year. Um, but when I was asked the question, I opened up my journal and I really thought about it. And I surprised myself. So let's get into the video. But the first lesson that I learned in this year, it was to stop expecting so much from people and to stop expecting myself out of people. I had to learn that just because I extend my kindness, just because I extend my love to people, it do not mean that they are obligated to do absolutely anything for me. Now that might sound a little harsh, but it's true. Not everyone has to do, not everyone has to reciprocate the same energy. But when you see that you're being taken for granted or that you're not getting that same energy back, well, I had to learn to take a step back. I had to learn that one, not everyone has the same heart as me, and two, people's actions reflect who they are as individuals. That helped me to stop taking everything so personal. And it most importantly helped me to just know my self-worth and know what I bring to the table and when to excuse myself from that table. When you give so much of yourself to people, knowing that they don't appreciate you or knowing that you're not getting that same energy back, you're leaving yourself prone, especially when you're expecting to receive that same energy back. You're leaving yourself prone to being let down, to disappointment, heartbreak, whatever the case may be, you are leaving yourself prone to that because you're putting so much into this one person or into these multiple peoples. Don't do that. Don't. It never pans out in a positive way. You always end up regretting it, or like I said, let down or disappointed. For me, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stop being the type of person that I am. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop loving, wearing my heart on my sleeve, giving out my kindness to people. But it does mean that I'm going to be careful and more leery on who I give it to and watch people actions. Actions do speak louder than words. Never let anyone tell you different. Action speaks louder than words. So moving on to the second lesson that I learned this year was, and this was a hard lesson, I'm not gonna lie. It was to accept whatever God removes out of my life and to not welcome it back. Now, I am a fellow believer in Christ. I don't know if the other person on the side of the screen believes in Christ, believes in God, whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe, God, whatever. When something is removed out of your life, don't welcome it back. Don't welcome it back. Leave it where it is and you move on with your life. Sometimes people or things are removed out of our lives for a reason. And when we welcome those things back into our lives, what comes with those things is the same reason they were removed out of our lives. I have a history with with I would say allowing people that I know aren't good for me or know was removed out of my life. And after doing reflecting on the relationship and realizing that, okay, I understand why this person was removed out of my life. I have a history with allowing those same people to come back into my life. And it's because of my heart. I I love those people. It hits different when someone you love is removed out of your life rather than someone who you haven't really invested much time into. I had to realize that sometimes it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean a bad thing. 9 times out of 10, that person being removed out of my life is for my growth. Some people stagnate your growth. So when you realize that a person isn't good for you, don't let them come back. Don't let them drain your energy. There's a lot of vampires out here who like to drain people's energies. There's a lot of people who are selfish, who take others for granted, who don't want the best for you, who don't have the best interest for you. And that is okay. But you have to learn when to pick up certain signals and to listen to your intuition, listen to your body. And when you know that this person isn't good for you, keep it that way. Don't give them the benefit of the doubt. That the benefit of the doubt leads you nowhere. Trust me. I mean, I know everybody experience may be different. I completely understand that, but I know with me, every time I allow someone to come back, it didn't go anywhere. It was just problems after problems after problems, and then I realized, wow, I should have left them where they were. Sometimes it isn't you, sometimes it's for them. Sometimes they have to work on themselves, and we are stagnating their growth. Sometimes it's vice versa. You never know. So that's why I just say, let it be. Let it be and trust in God. I trust in God. I now just say, okay, if that person is not for me, I bless, like, I pray for them. W- I wish them roses. Simple as that. Uh, Sometimes people are not meant to go where we are meant to go. Sometimes our plans are bigger and requires our full attention, and that person is simply distracting us, pulling us down, pulling us off of our path. So that's just something to take into some consideration. The third lesson of this year, which is, I would say, more personal for me, especially in the season and chapter of my life I am in now, is to learn self-control and discipline. Lacking self-control can lead you into places you don't want to be. It can lead you it can lead you into making bad decisions, choices, just places like I said you don't want to be. And lacking discipline can do the same thing. Lacking discipline can knock you off your goals. Lacking discipline can stagnate your own growth because you don't want to stay committed to what you said you was going to do. You're not holding yourself accountable. You said you was going to go to the gym. Okay, why you not going to the gym? People be like, "Oh, I'm going to wait until the new year to start doing this, that, and the other." Why wait? Why not do it now? Go into the new year a changed person. Don't wait until the new year comes to be like, okay, I'm gonna start making changes in my life. With me, I like self-control over my emotions. I don't want to say I was A1 crash out. And when I say was, I'm still working on this. As I'm telling you guys this, I'm still working on everything I tell you. Everything that I am sharing with you guys, I am still working on. I'm working on myself, but I am acknowledging the areas I need to divert my attention to. But I got a little off track. Um I lack self-control over my emotions. Like I said, I was never really a crash out, but I did let my emotions get the best of me. And letting my emotions get the best of me led me to making poor decisions, r- reacting off of emotions, which is never good. Let yourself calm down, listen to your inner voice, and never listen to your inner voice in a state where you're upset or angry, irritated. Mm-mm, because that's not your inner voice. I'm telling you, that's not your inner voice. That's something else that you don't want to listen to. So always respond when you are more so in a calm state, when you can think and actually process what you're saying. Sometimes we're put in situations where we can't do that, where say it's a family member and you're going back and forth and it's just a heated exchange and you don't have time, and boom, next thing you know, you doing something you wouldn't think you would be doing. That is why it is important to learn and incorporate self-control into your life. Control yourself, never be out of control. Hold yourself accountable. Don't don't make up excuses. You say you're going to do something, do it. You say you're going to uh start making videos, making YouTube videos, making TikTok videos, whatever. Do it. Stop pushing it off. Discipline keeps you grounded and keeps you focused on the things you need to be doing. And it also keeps you from doing the things that you know you aren't doing the things that you know aren't healthy for you, that you know isn't improving you, evolving you. You have to learn both. It's crucial out here, especially when you're on a journey to to growth and transformation. Mm. And I say you're on a spiritual journey. God. Moving on, the fourth lesson I learned this year was to start showing up for myself. I made a video, my only video aside from this one when I upload it. In that video, I talk about showing up for myself, showing up for yourself, and how I owe it to myself to show up for myself. When you pour so much into other people's lives, when you give yourself so much into other people's lives, especially when you're in a state where you can't afford to do that, it leaves you feeling drained. It leaves a void in you that you feel like, what? I can't fill this void. What is it? What's going on? It's because you're giving, 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 and you have nothing to give. You need to be secure within yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to show up for yourself. Also, it's important, just how you show up for that relationship, you also have a relationship with yourself that you need to build. Build it. It is so important to build relationship with ourselves, especially in these times. And when you don't have a relationship with yourself, you can easily get lost in other relationships with people that I've I've been down that road too many times. So that's why I'm telling you it is important to show up for yourself, to love yourself, to take care of yourself. You are important. You matter. You are worthy. Act like it. Act like you are worthy. Because if you don't show up for yourself, nobody else will. Nobody gonna show up for you like you gonna show up for you. So you gotta do it. Just like nobody's gonna believe in you unless you believe in you. It all starts with you. It all starts in here, in your heart. It all starts with you. Moving on. This fifth lesson, there's two actually. Uh, I would say they're actually kind of intertwined. I hope I used the right word. I'm sure I did, yes. It's to let go and let God. Like I said, I believe in God. I am a fellow believer and follower of Christ. Whatever you believe in, let go. Well, I'm like I said, let go and let God. I It was crucial for me to learn that. I overthink. I have a tendency to overthink, overanalyze, and be so consumed with my thoughts regarding the outcomes of this or the outcomes of that or my future. And I had to really stop and ask myself, why? I don't know the outcome of this if it happens. I don't know if I do this, what the outcome will be. I don't know what my future holds. I don't know what it stores. The only one who knows is God. Quite literally. So why am I going to drive myself insane overthinking about something that I absolutely have no power to change in that moment? Don't. Don't overthink. Mm-mm. Overthinking kills your peace. It kills your joy. You don't want to have a battle going on in your mind and your head. It will drive you insane. For my overthinkers watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. So that's why it is important to just let go. Let go of the situation. Don't worship your worries. Whatever you're worrying, whatever you're anxious over, don't worship it. Let that shit go. Let let God take the wheel. Cause he gonna steer you in the direction you need to go. Don't feel like you always gotta take the wheel. Don't beat yourself up. Don't if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not putting in enough effort and enough work, and you are, don't talk down on yourself because you're stressing yourself out. Don't do that. And the other lesson is to stop planning so damn much and to start doing. What is planning without affirmative action? You're just sitting up there planning, 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 and you're not doing anything behind those plans to make those plans come to life. What are you doing? You're wasting your life. You're wasting time. Every day, each day is not promised. We are waking up each day by the grace of God. None of us know we're going to wake up tomorrow. It is New Year's Eve. None of us know that we're going to make it into the New Year's. Anything can happen. So, whatever goals, whatever plans that you have for yourself, work on them. Take steps now in this moment. Don't wait on life to pass you by. No one ever really creates a solid plan for their life because life you can't create a solid plan for life. Life will throw its rocks, its hardships, its this, that, and the other. Nobody can sit up here and plan exactly how they want their life to go. But what they can do is start taking steps into building a life that they want, they desire. All of us have that ability. We all have that power. So stop wasting time planning, 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 and start doing. Start doing. That that's all I have. That's my top 6 valuable lessons that I learned this year through the things that I went through, and I'm proud of myself. Be proud of you. We're going into a new year, God willingly. Stay prayed up. Believe in yourself. Don't let time pass you by. Start right now. It starts with you. It starts in you. Show up for yourself. Don't neglect your needs. You know what you need more than anyone. So don't put yourself to the side. Stop expecting so much from people. Stop pouring so much into people's cups and not getting anything back. Learn how to excuse yourself from the table. And most importantly, love yourself. And like I said, trust and believe in yourself. Everything will work out. Everything will fall into place. Everything. It always do. You just have to let go and have faith and trust that everything will fall into place. And it will. I love you, but God loves you more. I hope you all have a blessed New Year's Eve and New Year's. So yeah, goodbye.